At the end of the job interview, when they say, do you have any questions for us? Whatever you do, do not say, how do you think the Trump administration and his new policies are going to affect your business? Do not say that. And trust me, I got famous by teaching you all questions to ask at the end of job interviews. Here's the thing. In America, politics is incredibly divisive. Why are you bringing up a controversial subject in a job interview? Unless you are a lawyer, you work in politics, or your organization deals directly with the government, there is absolutely no reason to ask this question in a job interview. And I understand you're trying to look smart and well-informed, and you think it's something that everyone's talking about. No, you might as well ask Debbie from HR what her thoughts on abortion are. I mean, why would you bring up like the most controversial thing in a job interview? You have one job in a job interview, and that is for them to like you and see you as qualified. That's it. So why are you pushing the envelope? Why are you baiting controversy? That is the worst thing that you should be doing in an interview. In an interview, you need to be seen as accommodating, qualified, enthusiastic. Don't bring up subjects that are tough to answer. Don't talk about things that have no bearing on the job. Unless you work in politics and government, don't ask about this stuff at the end of a job interview. At the beginning of a job interview, they're going to say, how are you? And there's only one right answer to this question. There's only one thing to say. And I don't care if you're unemployed, stressed, and your life is a mess, or your husband just died. I don't care. There is only one right answer. And trust me, I should know. I got famous for telling you all what to lie about in job interviews. A job interview is not a date, and it is not therapy. You should not be sharing intimate personal details about yourself. This question, how are you, is a formality, so don't overthink it. All you say is, I'm great, thank you, how are you? And pro tip, if you want to ensure that your interviews don't feel like a firing squad, like they're just asking you question, you need to make it more conversational. So instead of just answering with one-word answers or short answers like, I'm good, no, don't say that. Instead say, I'm great, thank you, how are you? And that creates a conversation, and that's how you decrease the feeling that you are in this firing squad and they're just asking you a bunch of questions. I hope that helps. For more tips on how to interview better, get my book, Interviewology, The New Science of Interviewing. And if you get my book, you can get a coupon code to get an Interviewology profile for 50% off. At the beginning of a job interview, they're going to say, how are you? And they're also going to say, did you have any problems finding us? And there's only one right answer to this question. And trust me, I got famous for telling you all what to lie about in job interviews. I have worked with over 10,000 clients, and previously I was a director of talent acquisition. I know exactly what hiring managers and HR people want to hear. You all are very good at giving too much information. Remember, small talk is a formality. This is not therapy. They don't really want to know how you are. I don't care if you're stressed and your life is falling apart. A job interview is not a time to talk about that. When someone in a job interview asks you, how are you? You say, I'm great, thank you, how are you? When they say, did you have any problems finding us? You say, no, none at all. The commute was really easy. And I don't care if you had to make 3 transfers and you almost missed your train. You are not going to say that in the job interview, because if you say that, they're going to think, oh, they're never going to get here on time, or the commute's too long for them. We should hire someone that lives closer to the office. If when they ask you, how are you, you start talking about how terrible your life is and that you're stressed and that your husband just died, they're not going to want to hire you, because they don't want to hire people that are going to cause problems in the corporate culture. They don't want to hire somebody who's cancerous and negative and a Debbie Downer, okay? It's really simple. In the small talk portion of the interview, you are optimistic, happy, excited, easy, and you're agreeable. This is very, very simple. How are you? I'm great, thank you. How are you? Did you have any problems finding us? No, it was so easy. Oh, do you love the spring weather? I love spring. That's it. Don't overcomplicate this. Here are 2 things not to do ahead of your next job interview. For one, spending any amount of time trying to predict the questions that they are going to ask you. it's impossible. It's a losing game. You are wasting your time. Hiring isn't standardized. It's highly subjective. We have no idea what they're going to ask. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to think deeply about who you are. An interview in the most basic sense is a set of questions about you. The more you know yourself, the better you'll do. So it doesn't really matter exactly what type of questions that they're going to ask you. And you don't have to have a perfect script. That is not what they're looking for. Instead, you need to facilitate your self-knowledge and your self-awareness ahead of a job interview. And number two, I see clients do this all the time. They worry about the competition. They think deeply about what everyone else is going to be like in the interview process, and it just psychs them out. Why are you doing that to yourself? We don't even know that there is competition. Focus on the things that you can control. Research, practice, and prepare. The more you do it, the better you get. Don't waste your time thinking about what the competition is going to be like. Instead, take some time to practice. Record yourself answering standard interview questions. Prepare by going on the company's website, reading the job description, researching the people that will be interviewing you. Whatever you do, don't worry about all these other factors that haven't even come true. There's no way to hack an interview. There's no way to predict questions. It's very simple. Prepare, practice, and do your research. More tips on how to interview better, follow me. Get an Interviewology profile to discover your interview style, and good luck. At the beginning of an in-person job interview, they're going to say, did you have any problems finding us? And there's only one answer to this question. There is only one thing to say. And I don't care if the commute was terrible and you almost missed your train and you had 4 transfers. I don't care. Because if you tell them that in a job interview, they're going to think that the commute is too long and that they would rather hire someone who lives closer to the office. So you guys are very good at revealing too much about yourselves at the small talk portion of the interview. Remember, this is not therapy. This is not a date. Do not reveal personal details about yourself. This is just a formality. So when they say, how was the commute? You say, oh, it was really easy. When they say, how are you? You say, I'm great, thank you. How are you? And I don't care if you're really stressed, you're unemployed, your life is falling apart, and your husband just died. We don't care. We're not asking you because we really want to know, because this isn't therapy. It is a job interview. And a job interview is all about finding reasons to eliminate you. So don't give them those reasons. Remember, small talk is very simple. It's like improv. It's yes and. Go off of what they're saying. If they say, can you believe this wonderful weather we're having? You don't say, oh, I don't know, I hate it, I have allergies. No, Debbie Downer. You say, oh yes, great, I love spring. You go off of what they're saying. Does that help? For more tips on how to interview better, follow me. Get an Interviewology profile to discover your interview style. And you can also get my book, Interviewology, The New Science of Interviewing. Things that hiring managers hate in job interviews. One, they hate it when you can't answer questions about yourself in interview in the